Welcome, Bucs fans. As the players are taking the ice, we have an exciting game here against the Des Moines Bucs and Ames Flyers. This should be interesting. I am Scarlett, and I'll be monitoring some of the game. Otherwise, it's to my dad. Over to you.
Thank you, Scarlett, for that fantastic introduction. You can see we are high above the Ames Ice Arena here in Ames, Iowa, for today's matchup between the Junior Bucs white Bantam team and the Ames Flyers orange. We'll go down to the ice here momentarily. The teams are starting to warm up. And it's a beautiful day in Ames today. We will get the teams warming up, and we'll check out our arena like we always do. Buccaneers today are wearing their baby blues with red breezers and blue socks. And Ames will be wearing their white with black trim, black breezers, and black, white, and orange socks. Perfect for the Halloween holiday. Ames Ice Arena, one of the better facilities we get to go to every year. Has a nice little press box area we're sharing with the Ames team and their video crew. It's just informed by Scarlett. We're going to have a full team of 3 referees today. Something we don't normally get. Usually we just get 2, but they're rolling out the red carpet for this game. Happy belated Halloween to everybody. Went out trick-or-treating last night. I hope you were successful in your quests.
I'm in the Halloween spirit. I am dressed as a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. I've got a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup sweatshirt, and I'm ready for this game.
Just under a minute to go here in the warm-up period, so we'll get everything underway. Here's our roster for today's game. In goal for the first game will be Eli Sickles. We welcome him back from sickness last week. Today I believe we're missing one skater, Brody Burns, number 95, is not here, but everybody else will pick up his slack, and we'll welcome Brody back next week for our home games against the Iowa City Heartlanders. Those will be played at the Recplex next weekend. Because we have a wonderful press box area, and I remembered the second camera phone, the scoreboard and everything will be right in there in the lower left corner of your screen. So the time, goals, penalties, all of that monitored by the main scorekeepers here at the Ames Ice Arena. Ames will be the Cyclones, and Des Moines will be the visitor, so we'll be on the right side of that scoreboard. We'll have 2 16-minute running clocks in the first 2 periods, and then we will have I believe a 12 or a 13-minute third period stop clock. So don't worry if you see that clock running in these first 2 periods, it's by design.
The teams are in their huddle. The game will start shortly, so go get some popcorn, a Coke, a Dr. Pepper. Sit down with a cozy blanket and a hot chocolate. Let's enjoy the game.
That's right, Scarlett. Cozy up on that couch, turn off that football, turn on some hockey. Or you can have us on to the side and you can watch football. That's okay too.
Hey, sticky.
We're going to get a trial run here of Scarlett's going to try and run the camera while I commentate. So And like I said, we are sharing this with Ames. Commentators also next to us. So you might hear some cheering from them.
Can you do that one?
Yeah, face-off win over to Everett Kaiser. Ooh, long diagonal pass over to Aiden Lambert on the near side. Diagonal pass to West Main, gets to the far corner. Ames clears at the point. Sends it down. Graham Heron gives chase for an icing. Cam Hentz wins the face-off. Back to Kaiser, sends it behind the net. Ames retrieves, carries out of the zone. Shot across net, sticked away by Sickles. Heron in the corner. Hentz retrieves. Heron gathers for the Bucs. Sends it up to West Main. Can't get it out of the zone. Heron takes it. Shot blocked by an Ames defender. Heron retrieves it behind the net. Nobody in front. Hits a Flyers skate. Ames changing. Bucs go the other way with it. Grant walked in front. Blocked away by the goalie. Jensen Walker giving chase into the near corner. Shot by Grant Hazel in the high slot, blockered away by the Ames goalie. Coltese pushes it to Evan Burke. Ames gains possession and tries to clear the zone. Grant Hazel says no way. Sends it back in behind the net. Give chase to Evan Burke. Grant walk. Meets a flyer and the puck clears the zone. Chased down by Coltese. Up to Grant. Up to Hazel. He has Burke in the middle. Walks. Oh, centering pass gets under Walk's stick. Goes all the way back to Eli Sickles in net. Plays it off to the side. Puck lost up against the boards. Evan Burke there to help. Draws another flyer in. Coltese retrieves. Sends it up along the near boards. Bucs with some changes. Blake Raycamper on the ice. Kenny Shizzle. Boston Ewing pressures the puck. Lawson with the shot from the dots. Glove saved by the goalie. Good save by Ames. We'll have a face-off to the left of the Ames goalie. Ewing back to Raycamper. Up to Deacon Benning. Boston retrieves behind the net. Takes out a flyer. Boston to Benning in front of the net. Blocked away by a flyer. Raycamper sends it to the half wall. Ewing retrieves. Works his way into the dots. Takes a shot. Saved by the Flyers. Benning with it in the corner. Benning still with it. Face-off dot, dispossessed. Ames tries to clear it. Raycamper at the point. Sends it back in off a Flyer's knee. And they clear the zone, only to have it to Everett Kaiser. Kaiser up to Shizzle. Gains the zone with Benning before losing the puck to the Flyers, who clear the zone. Ray Kemper with it along the near boards. Up to Benning. Flyers clear it. Kaiser gives chase. West Main in front of the Bucs bench. Can't control it. Flyers send it in deep to Kaiser. Only one stoppage so far this game. That was on the held shot by the Ames goalkeeper. Cam Hentz with it in the far corner, working out with the flyer. Puck remains up against the boards. Ames comes out with it, goes to Grant Walk with the shot. Misses wide of the net. Heron sends it in. It's a skate, cross ice. Ames plays it. Heron back to retrieve. We're going to get an icing. Second stoppage of the game. Just over 10 minutes to go here in the first. A little too close there, Scarlett. Puck one back to Walked. Walked with a shot from the point. Saved by Ames. Again, back to Walked. Shot. Heron keeps it in. Ames comes away with it. Skating through center ice. Shot saved by Sickles. Heron clears it to Burke. Hazel gathers. Tries to clear the zone. Hits a flyer. Heron there to retrieve. Off the half ball. No icing. Loses a stick on the ice. Ames going the other way, 2-on-3. Shot from the high dots over the net. Cleared the zone. Evan Burke pressuring. Ames retrieves at center ice. Walk sends it in. Long diagonal from Ames. No icing. Ewing retrieves. Over to Walked. Walked with the long diagonal. Can't clear the zone. Just over 8 minutes here to go. Ames finally getting some pressure in the Bucs end after the first parts of the period was all Des Moines. Shizzle up against the half wall. Puck sent back in behind the net. Played all the way around to Ames. Deacon Benning pressuring in the point. Puck squirts free. We're going to get an icing call. Puck will be to the right of Eli. Puck gathered. Blake Raycamper bringing it out of his own end through the neutral zone. Has 4 Flyers around him, still pressuring in. Individual effort, shot across the goal mouth, misses wide. Heads there, retrieves the puck, lays out a Flyer for his troubles. Ames sends it down, blockered away by Sickles. Over to Kaiser. Kaiser with the diagonal to Hentz. Over to Aiden Lambert. Pressuring, kept in, tried to be kept in by West Main. Bucs need to check up. They do. Lambert flicks it into the attacking zone and gives chase behind the net. West Main dispossesses. Over to Hentz in the middle. Diagonal pass, can't find its mark. Clears the zone. Reichhemper and Kaiser back to retrieve. West Main gathers it in front of the Bucs bench. Over to Hentz in the neutral zone. Lambert takes it with West Main to his left. Lambert takes the shot low. Blocked by the Flyers goalie and retrieved by the defenseman. Ruckus in front of the Flyers bench. Puck squirts free. Long diagonal. No icing called. Evan Burke, Grant Hazel, Jensen Walker, trailing Burke. Locked into the corner, Heron up at the point. Takes a shot on net, blockered away by the goalie. Good screen by Hazel. Goalie didn't see it till the very end. Hazel still doing work in the corner. Burke and Teese. Ames gathers possession deep in their zone. Bucs send it into the zone. Referee says it cleared. It's offsides. Face off in front of the Ames bench. We are still scoreless here in the first period. Reckhemper over to Benning, takes the offensive zone. Shot deflects off a Flyer into the goalie. Another shot hits the side of the net. Puck is loose behind. Kept in by Reckhemper at the point. Tries to get it across. Hits a Flyer in the skate. Clears the zone. Walked back to retrieve. Puck is loose in front of the net and covered up by the Flyers goalie.
Thanks, Dad. It's just under 3:45, and it's a scoreless game. Hopefully the Bucs can carry through. They've had lots of great attempts. Let's do this.
That's right, Scarlett. We have much possession here in the first period. Ewing to Shizzle at the net, loses it. Flyers try to clear around to Walked. Reckhemper with the hit, and the referee is going to say, we're going to get a rough here. It's going to be on Blake Reckhemper. Referee believes he did not play the puck correctly, so he will get 2 minutes in the box. The equivalent of 2 minutes in the box. 1:30, running clock here. Shot from Ames, blocked by Kaiser. Shot in front, blocked again by Kaiser. No icing, waved off. Hazel doing all the work below the red line. In front to Kaiser, wind up shot. Kaiser keeps it in, Flyers with it. Hazel sends it back below the red line, where it is gathered by the Flyers. Sends it to the half wall. carry it out along the near boards into the offensive zone. Hazel dispossesses at the blue line. He's doing lots of great work on this short-handed set. Flyers send it in deep. Heron to retrieve. Sends it back along to Kaiser, the far side.
Flyers.
We're back at even strength.
The Buccaneers penalty is now over with just under 1:25 to go in the period.
Just over a minute to go here in the first period. Still scoreless at zeros. Boston Ewing comes on to take the face-off. Thiessen walked on the D. Lambert and Main, the other forwards up there with Ewing. Ames have a 2-on-1 going the other way as we cross under a minute to go. Centering pass, blocked away by Eli Sickles. Boston Ewing with the 1-on-1 going down Broad Street. Shot from the top of the curling circle, misses wide to the right. Teese there to retrieve at the curling dot. We're gonna get a hit after the play. Interference is gonna be the call. Teese got knocked down after he played the puck. Referee says interference.
The Bucs now go on a power play. 26 points. We'll see how they do.
That's right, Scarlett.
I said power play, Dad. I'm so proud of myself. Daddy, just getting ready, Dad.
Walked centering pass over to Heron on the near side. Takes a shot, blocked with the glove. Puck is still loose in the side. Referee blows the whistle. Puck was on the side of the net.
Are we sure that
Couple opportunities for Heron there at the end of the period. And we go in scoreless. Bucs still looking for their first goal of the season. We'll be back in just a minute with the second period.
And we're back with the second period. Flyers penalty for 4 seconds. Let's see how entertaining this one is.
We have approximately a minute and 4 seconds on the power play still.
That just scored.
There we go. Second period starts. Graham Heron takes it down the right side, shot wide of the net. Power play unit still on the ice. Cam Hentz with it. Trades places with Everett Kaiser. Into the curling circle. Kaiser in the high slot takes a shot high over the net. Walked with it. Gets dispossessed by a Flyer. but goes after the puck in the corner. Hence with it. Puck's loose, clears the zone. Kaiser after it. Over to Ewing at the half wall, doesn't quite get to him. Ewing still with it in the corner. About 10 seconds left to go here on the power play. Kaiser carries it up. It's walked at center ice. Takes it wide. Shot, goal! Grant walked. Gets a goal in the upper corner over the goalie's stick shoulder. And scores the first goal of the Buccaneer season.
Go Bucs!
Grant walked from Everett Kaiser. And the Bucs take a 1-0 lead. Cole Teese with it in the defensive zone. Gets it up to Hazel. Walker takes it at the blue line. Has Burt to his right. Centering pass. Burt pirouettes and loses it into the corner. Puck still loose. Walker turns shot blocked by a flyer. Teese retrieves. His shot's blocked by the same flyer. Burt gets it. Backhand. Puck still loose. Wide of the net. Burt maintains possession. Sends it back behind the net. Hazel in the near corner. Centering pass and gloved by Ames. Bucs get on the board with a goal from Grant Walk, assisted from Everett Kaiser. There might have been a second assist there. My memory isn't so good in my young age.
The first period was all about getting to that right spot for the goal. Second period, we show that off with scoring to make it 1-0.
Puck into the far corner, played out to Heron at the point, sends it in on net, deflection, goal scored by West Main, deflected from Graham Heron. You see the replay, Heron sends it in on the point, blockered away, West Main in front to clean the garbage, and the Buccaneers go up 2-0 quickly. Kaiser at the blue line takes a hit for his troubles. Puck maintained with the Bucs. Cam Hentz loses it right below us. Aiden Lambert there to dispossess. Heron gives a look on his back, sends it across to Kaiser. Puck shot in, hits the side of the net. Heron pressures to the corner, weak pass over to Kaiser. Sends it back across. Maine able to get it free in the neutral zone. Heron's going to take it himself into the neutral zone. Pushes out wide. Centering pass doesn't get through. Maine there to pick a pocket. Heron with the no angle shot hits a flyer, goes across the goal mouth. No. Puck loose behind the net for Cam Hentz. Squirts free in front of the net. Maine with a shot weakly. Gloved away. Walked with the shot from the high slot. Never gets through. Ewing takes a low shot. Bucs are just peppering this goalie right now, and he tries to cover it up, and a flyer pushes it behind the net. There was an open goal there for Deacon. Great play by a flyer defender. Hentz with the low shot, hits the side of the net. puck finally clears the space. Walked. Slows, resets. Shizzle to Benning. Flyers take over in their own zone. Just over 10 minutes to go. Puck squirts free at center ice. Walked on the back check. Reckamper gets caught flat-footed. Puck harmlessly goes to the side of the net. That was a good chance for Ames. Just couldn't capitalize and execute. Puck along to Braun here at the near point. Benning carries it through the neutral zone. Dumps, but he forgets to chase. Oh, as he's going off for the change. Shizzle there against the corner, braces for impact. Puck comes to the high slot. Redcamper comes around, never gets through. Burke to the corner. Getting bullied in the corner. Shizzle there to help out his teammate. Puck still stuck in the corner. Puck finally squirts free, scooting all the way down the ice. I do not get an icing call. Ames is changing it up. Over to Hazel, backhands it right into all the Ames players coming off the bench. Reckamper can't keep it in. Passes Mrs. Walker in front of Burke. Walk takes it back behind his own net. Up to Burke at the blue line. Walker with it. Backhand to Burke, can't get through. Hazel's there, Ames is there. Puck goes wide into the corner. 8 minutes to go here in the period. Walked with it along the blue line. Bodies are flying. Evan up to Hazel in the corner. Centering pass gets through Walker's legs into a flyer. Walked, pushes up against the boards, carries it into the dots, takes a shot. Shouldered away by the Flyers goalie. Walk tried to go back to that corner again. Maine with the shot into the boards.
A goal almost made by a Flyer. Having a bug hit his stick.
Ames gets a moment of possession, carries it into the offensive zone. Gathered up by Maine. Up to Lambert in the offensive zone. T sends it behind the net. Kaiser giving chase. Heron can't keep it in at the point. The puck flies over his stick. We're going to get an icing call. Whew, what an exciting last 5 minutes of hockey.
I've got a joke. What's a hockey player's favorite type of tea? Hot tea. I just made it up. We should say like national joke time now.
Icing waved off as Hentz plays it behind the boards. Gathered by Kaiser up to Maine at center ice. Can't control the puck. Hentz puts a shoulder in at the blue line. Ames with it. Puck gets to neutral ice. Lambert to Maine. Maine over to Hentz. Kaiser gives chase. Backhands it back to the middle. $4 in front of the net. Means that this points here is open. The Flyers exploit it. Heron over to recover. Backhands to Hentz. Clears up to May. Can't control on his forehand. Ames dumps it in. Hentz gives chase. Heron sets up in front of the net. Zone is cleared. We're going to have an icing call. Nope. Heron gathers it at the dot, gets dispossessed, but Heron's carrying it around. Over to Maine. Sends it in right in the curling circle. 2 points. Puck along the near boards. Shot low, covered up by Sickles, and held for a whistle.
Hey, Dad, I've got a joke for you.
Oh, you got a joke for me? What's your joke?
What's a hockey player's least favorite tea?
What is a hockey player's least favorite kind of tea?
A penalty.
Oh, there's a knee slapper for you. A penalty, that's a good one, Scarlett.
I totally knew that.
Back to action here after you've gotten off of the floor of that joke. Deacon Benning with it, loses it in front of the Ames bench. Little ruckus going on. Reckhemper goes down, takes offense, loses his stick. Puck still free. Benning gathers it. Nifty little toe drag. Benning with the high slot shot, covered up by the Ames goalie.
Do you have a joke for me? Are you looking one up? It's under 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go. The Bucs lead 2-0. Hopefully we can hold on to this lead.
Puck clears the zone. Oh, gets under walk skate. Back to retrieve. Flyers chasing him behind the net. Loses it behind the net. Ames gathers. Ewing skates to the corner. Gets possession, little toe drag. Ooh, tries to pass it, stopped by a Flyer, but walked is there. Sends it up high off the glass, but hits a defender as he falls down to keep it in the zone. Flyers send it in, pushed away by Sickles. Puck is loose. Benning retrieves it neutral ice over to Shizzle. Shizzle with a shot on his forehand. Blocked by Ames. Couldn't control it in the glove, pushed it to the side of the net. Good opportunity there from Shizzle. Shizzle back to, looks like Reckhemper's pass intercepted. Retrieved. Ames sends it in deep. Reckhemper and Ewing giving chase. Contact in the corner. Reckhemper still with it. Walked, uses his stick, pushes it away. Out to the point, sent in by Ames. Reckhemper knocks that into the corner. Takes a second over to Ewing. Ewing tries a high pass, gets blocked by an Ames player, but it clears the zone, so the job is done. Boston still with it, center ice. Ames with an opportunity. Walked back on D, uses this poke check, knocks it away. Centering shot from Ames, deflected. Sickles covers up with his glove as we cross just under a minute. Hence tries to carry out of the zone, gets stood up at the blue line. Puck squirts free. Burke, center ice, 15 seconds to go. Last opportunity here for the Bucs. Flyers send it in. We're going to get an icing, and that's going to end the period.
Bucs currently lead 2-0. We'll see if they can get more in the third period. We are having some technical difficulties getting to the intermission. It keeps on glitching. So, it's the end of the second. Bucs lead 2-0.
2 goals scored by Grant, one by Grant Walked. First goal. Second goal, West Main. The assist from Heron. Walked from Kaiser, Main from Heron.
Watch it work now. We'll fix it. And both teams are back on the ice. We will try and fix that technical difficulty for your enjoyment next time. There's nothing we can do.
I'll be quiet for a second here as I try and fix the intermission screen.
The Bucs have blocked the first shot. Now let's see how they can do now.
Puck loose in the near boards. Graham Heron takes it along the near side. Centering pass goes in front of the net. No harm. Buck still with it. Kaiser sends it on net, up and high and over. Heron there to retrieve. Pushed up against the boards, hence there. Squirt the puck free. Shot on net. Main to his backhand, sends it in. Heron can't push it in. Puck still loose. Ewing with a shot over the net.
Go back.
Heron back to Hentz. Ewing tries to get it into Graham. Flyers come out with it and send it in front of their bench. Hard shot, gloved, and saved by the Flyers goalie. Deacon bending over there to give him a high five. Say, good job. Puck along the far side. Tease with it. Ewing at the dot. Benning takes a shot from the curling circle. Hits the goalie in the chest, who covers it up and will earn another face-off. Here we have 8.5 to go. A little over 8.5 to go here in the first game. There's a second game that will be played immediately after this game, outside of the ice scraping. That's scheduled for 12:45. So when this game is over, we'll have about a 15-minute break, and we'll come back to another game. It is a different YouTube link, so if you have subscribed, you will get the notification when we do go live, and you can just click on that. Otherwise, ask the family member you got this link from. They'll provide you with the second link. Offsides call here in 8:30 to go in the final period. Bucs on top 2-0. Puck is loose, center ice. Walker pushes it up to Burke in a foot race with a flyer. He gets held halfway there. No call. Flyers clear out the zone. Ray Kemper there to retrieve in front of his own bench. Over to Hentz across the ice. Hentz switches over to Walker. Walker carries it in front of the Ames bench. A lot of snow over there. Shot high over the net. Hazel there to retrieve, as is Rick Hemper. Walker with it in front of the dot, misses on the near side. Puck loose behind the net. Puck deflects out wide. Flyers with a shot. Oh! Hits Eli in the pads, goes over his shoulders and into the net. Goal Ames to draw this closer, 2-1. Flyers draw close here, just over 6 minutes to go. Tease with it behind his own net. Over to Heron at the half wall. Skates past one Flyer, going down into the attacking zone, splits the defenders, tries a toe drag. Main there backing him up. Puck is loose. Flyers go the other way. No icing call. Lambert with the shot. Heron with it along the near boards. Diagonal pass to Main, carries it in. Back to Heron at the dot. Shot high over the net. Bounces off the board up into the air. Main retrieves it in the corner. Puck loose behind the net. Played around to Kaiser. Centering pass. Gets through to Lambert. Tease here in the point. Shot on net, never gets through, pushes wide by the defender. Heron there to retrieve. Tries to play it up off the boards. T sends it to Heron. Heron center shot. Low, retrieved, put in by Lambert. Heron to Maine to Lambert. Oh, we're going to get the tail end of that. Teese sends it to Heron, back to Maine, whose shot deflects off the goalie and scores by Lambert.
Bucs lead 3-1 with just under 5 minutes to go left in the third period.
Aiden Lambert puts the Bucs back up by 2. Walk carries it into the attacking zone. Deacon Benning pressuring at the point. Shot in front of the net. Covered up by Sickles. Hence along the near boards with the puck, using his skates, getting it out of the zone over to Deacon Benning along the near side. Carries it into the corner, tries to drop it back to Ewing. Gets it at the red line, centering pass. Shizzle tripped up in the middle. Shot from Walked, blocked to the side. Ames recovers. Hence, poke checked away. Ewing in front of the net, backhands up over the net, hits the glass. Boston alone in front of the net, just backhanded it a little too high. Ooh, we're going to get a call here, and then we're going to get a retaliation, I'm sure, from Shizzle. I wouldn't be surprised if they got 2 of them here. First one was on Ames. Second one was a retaliation, and it looks like they're both going sent. Yep. Shizzle's going to get a penalty. We're going to get offsetting penalties. We're going to go 4-on-4 for 90 seconds.
Each team's got a power play. Let's see who scores.
Seth is... Oh, we're going to go 5-on-5. Because they're offsetting, we're going to go 5-on-5.
Why is it a 5-on-5?
Walked Hence out there along with Hazel, Ewing, and Walker. Scoreboards are set up, ready to go. Minute 30, 3:17 left here in the period. Walker centers it. Ooh, Flyer hits it in the side of the net. Walk centers it. Ewing with it at the curling dot. Nifty little stick handling over to Walker. Pushes it. Deflected by Ames. Gathers it at center ice. Dispossessed by Walk and Hence. Excuse me. Yep, Walk and Hence are out there. Walker sends it in deep behind the net. Ewing backhands it up along the ledge. Hazel stick lift. Ames sends it across in front of their own bench. Walked tied up with a flyer. Dosey-does around. Centering pass over to Hazel. In front of him, Walker with him. Hazel centers it behind Walker. Kemper on the ice. Over to Hentz. Carries it in for Walker. Under 2 minutes to go here in the period. Penalties are going to expire. No one's going to come out until the next stoppage. Kemper mishandles the pass. Shot saved by Sickles. So penalties are over. Both sides are still 5-on-5. Next stoppage will bring Shizzle out of the box along with the Ames player. Boston on the near side. Backhands to center ice. Nobody there. Kemper winds up. Shot deflected by a flyer. Ewing in the corner. Puck is still loose. Center ice gathered up. Kaiser and Kemper on the D. Hazel back checks. Errant pass by Ames. Hazel along the near boards. West Main comes in. Can't handle it. Kaiser retrieves. Pass over to Kemper out of the zone. Head's got to be up. There are 3 flyers between that pass, which means that there's shots down into the corner. Under a minute to go.
Both penalties are now out of the penalty box. Both teams are still 5-on-5. Let's go!
Hare and Lambert Main on the ice along with Kaiser and Kemper. Puck wins all the way into the corner, pressured by Main. Ames clears the zone, center ice. Lambert back to Main to center ice, clears the zone. Ames retrieves. Gathered by Kaiser, sent along the half wall. Can't clear the zone. Ames sends it back in behind the net. Heron, miscommunication there as who's retrieving it as we get under 10 seconds to go. Puck goes into the corner. Kaiser sends it down the ice, and that's how this one's going to end. Buccaneers score their first goals of the season. Take the first game 3-1. As mentioned before, we have another one right after this in about 15 minutes. Go ahead, get your restroom, get another plate of food, and we'll see you in about 15 minutes. Go Bucs.